Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we are live swatching Linby Designs Stardust Shimmers. This collection is launching in just 2 days on Friday, August 11th. And don't forget your code STARDUST to get half off. So let's go ahead and jump into these swatches. So in case you were wondering, using Coloristic Carol, Feeling Ready as my base coat. So this is our first polish. This is Comet Across the Blistering Hue. This one is a pinky peach with green to blue to purple to pink shifting shimmer inspired by Jupiter. So you're going to want to pay attention to the still photo. It's going to be a lot less washed out. I did end up having to swatch these during the evening hours. So it was just me and my ring light and my phone doing the best that we could. And the still photo reflects the color a lot more accurately. Next up is Ascending to the Stars as One. It is a true blue base with pink to gold to green to teal shifting shimmer inspired by Mercury. If anyone else is getting Sailor Moon vibes, or is it just me? So I love that this one had so much shift in it. I had a ball applying it, and I got pretty close to full opacity on 2 coats. As you can see in my still photos, my nails are a little bit longer than they are in the actual video. I couldn't take it. I had to cut them. I was too nervous about breaks, chips, or cracks. So next up is Interstellar Shores. This one is a sheer teal buildable base with intense blue to purple shifting shimmer inspired by Neptune. So that kind of tracks. I think Neptune is associated with water. So we've got a teal buildable base. And it's about, I'd say, 3 to 4 coats for full opacity. If you have longer nails, try 4 to 5, depending on your visible nail line and what you're going for. Because I did catch a lot of that tealy green, and I thought it was the yellow of my nail showing through. It actually wasn't. So this is a very fun polish, and if you're loving shimmers, you're going to enjoy this collection. Moving on to our next polish is Bathing in the Light Around Us. Now, this one is described as a teal base with gold to green to teal shimmer inspired by Earth. Again, we've got another one of those that seems to really track with the inspiration, and I just love when that happens. So, very proud of Jenilyn for pulling that inspiration and bringing it into a wearable nail art just for us, and especially because I'm hitting my green phase again. So I was loving that this collection had such a beautiful one. So next up is Your Mind is a Stream of Colors. This one is another buildable shimmer, and it is a purple base with pink to red to orange shifting shimmer inspired by Saturn. Now, this one just went on crazy smooth for me, and I know that it's in no small part because of the brushes that Limby Designs uses. They're very nice, they're flexible, and they're rounded at the tip, so they kind of fit in to those sidewalls and the back of your cuticles. So I really enjoyed it, and I felt like it's a gorgeous color. So I did do 4 coats for full opacity. I still feel like you can kind of see my visible nail line, but that's nothing that you can't get past with a blurring base coat or a super opaque or a super opaque rich filling base coat. So here is the side by side. I am loving how these turned out. I happen to be a huge fan of shimmers, and I also kind of feel I kind of feel like Bathing in the Light Around Us picked up the blue from one polish and picked up the green from another, but that's just me. And we are going to move on to the next polishes in the collection. I also am going to have Leo, the polish of the month. So next up is Beauty Lives in Every Soul. Also, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and leave me a like. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll move right on. So, Beauty Lives in Every Soul is a juicy green base with peach to yellow to green to teal shifting shimmer inspired by the Orion molecular cloud. So, we're not just doing planets, we are catching all of the celestial inspiration, and I'm having a ball with it because it's not like such a big thing that like I actually follow astrology, but if I look up in the sky and something beautiful is happening, or if I even see it online, I still get excited. So to have it as wearable art, I don't know. It makes me all happy. Then again, it could be the shimmers because shimmers are like my first love of indies. Next up is Take My Trip Around the Sun. This one is a pink toned red base with pink to green to blue to purple, shifting shimmer inspired by the Crab Nebula. So of course, we've got another one of these beautiful shimmers, and because it's a little bit darker, it seems a little bit more pigmented and gives you better opacity. That's kind of a thing, it's kind of a known that the darker your shimmer, the easier it is to get opacity out of it. Or at least that is for me. I don't know about you all. Let me know in the comments down below. Is that like a common thing, or is it just something that I've experienced? I will say, as a whole, this collection, I ended up doing no less than 3 coats for full opacity on each polish. So definitely if you've got longer nails or a more visible nail line, you're gonna want to start at 3 and then feel your way through the rest. So next up is Your Dreams Are Not Forgotten. This one is a deep purple filled with red to orange to gold to green, shifting shimmer inspired by Mars. So, this is another one of those polishes, quite a bit like our Comet Across the Blistering Hue. It's one of the ones that it appears a different color in brighter lighting than it does in lower lighting. I've got brighter lighting on the still, lower lighting on the motion swatch. So you really see that purple come out on the darker swatch, and on the brighter one, you see more of the blue and then a lot of that red shimmer. So that brings us to Turns to Dust Before Their Very Eyes. This one is again a buildable base in black with green to blue to purple to pink shifting shimmer inspired by Pluto. And I kid you not, it is one of my favorite polishes of the whole collection. The shift was astounding, and I just really grew to like it. It's really shy in that first coat. It shows up as very buildable, but by the second and third coat, I think I was in my element. I had hit my groove, and the polishes are easy to apply. They dry about average, so I didn't have any problems with it, and I enjoyed getting there to the point of full opacity. I think the journey is just as important as the actual end result. So I was appreciating how well the shimmer showed up. And last but not least, it's polish of the month. This one is Leo, and it is going to be $12 each. And it's a pinky magenta jelly base loaded with magenta to red to orange shifting micro flaky shimmer. So this one is stunning. And as for the rest of the collection, or the whole collection, which is Stardust Shimmers, they will be $12 each or $108 for the whole collection. You do get half off with code Stardust, and that's usually for the first 3 days of the launch. It's launching on the 11th, so I would definitely try to buy it that first day with your code to make sure that you get your discount. And I have never brought it up in other conversations, but the half off is not just for this collection alone. It's for the whole site. So definitely grab your goodies from Lenby Designs, especially while they're on sale. But even if you can't, the prices are really comparable. So it's not a huge loss if you end up having to buy a few after the sale. So here we are with a side by side. I think that the darker colors are even more fun than the brighter ones. And I could very well be biased because I just really lean in with darker, more vivid, bold colors. But I've been doing this thing where we do some side by side shenanigans with both hands if the collection allows me to, which means if it doesn't exceed 10 fingers, I will go ahead and show them on the video at the end. And here we go. So I feel like this is an excellent time to say thank you all so much. If you're part of my nail fam, you are amazing. I get so much joy from talking to you, from hanging out with you, hearing your thoughts on polishes. I just really appreciate you. So sending out virtual hugs. And now I will start wrapping up the video. So we've got our virtual hugs and we've gotten our information about prices. That's also going to be down in the description box for you. So if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hanging out. As always, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.